The person pulling up in the BMW might have $47 in their checking account. That designer bag your coworker just bought costs more than her entire cash reserve. The guy at the bar bragging about his portfolio has more credit card debt than actual equity, and the influencer showing off their luxury lifestyle is 3 months behind on rent. Recent data shows that nearly half of retail consumers with credit cards carry a balance month to month, yet luxury car sales keep climbing and designer brand revenue keeps growing. The disconnect between what people actually have and what they're willing to spend has never been wider. Welcome to Investrovia, and today we are breaking down the era of the fake rich. Consumers now owe $1.28 trillion in credit card debt. The average household carries over $100,000 in total debt, yet the parking lots are full of luxury vehicles, the malls are packed with designer bags, and social media overflows with people flaunting wealth they don't actually have. Something doesn't add up. A massive number of people have figured out how to look wealthy while being financially broke. They've mastered the appearance of success while building nothing underneath. They project an image that crumbles the moment you look closer. Real wealth whispers, fake wealth screams. Once you know the signs, you'll see fake rich everywhere. More importantly, you'll avoid becoming fake rich yourself because these patterns actively destroy your ability to build genuine capital. Sign 1. The entry-level luxury trap. Someone buys the cheapest version of the most expensive brand, the base model BMW, the logo belt from Gucci, or the starter bag from Louis Vuitton. They want the badge without the budget. You'll spot this immediately. A bare-bones Mercedes with manual seats and no navigation, or an Audi with the smallest engine option and 0 upgrades. These cars exist because manufacturers know people want the emblem on the hood more than the actual driving experience. A fully loaded Honda Accord costs roughly the same as a base model luxury sedan, offering better features and lower maintenance, but the person chasing status wants others to see the 3-pointed star. That entry-level car comes with luxury maintenance costs, premium gas, and expensive parts, meaning the base model Mercedes costs significantly more to own every single month for years. Someone pretending to be rich might spend 20 to 30% of their income on looking wealthy, whereas someone actually wealthy spends 2 to 5% on these same categories. The fake rich buy the status symbol first and hope wealth follows. It rarely does. Sign 2. Constant money talk. The person who won't stop steering conversations toward income, investments, or deals they're working on. Every topic somehow circles back to finances in a way that makes them look successful. If you discuss pizza toppings, this person finds an angle about how they used to eat that before they started making real money. People genuinely secure about their financial situation don't need to constantly remind everyone how well they're doing. That reminder is external validation filling an internal void. Watch for the pattern of talking about money they're about to make rather than money they've actually made. It is always in the future tense because the present doesn't match the image. Another tell is confusing revenue with profit, bragging about a business doing $500,000 when their actual take-home was $50,000. The truly wealthy tend to be private because they don't need to prove anything to anyone. Sign 3. The designer item that costs more than the bank account. Someone carrying a $5,000 bag with $2,000 in savings, or a luxury watch on the wrist of someone with a maxed-out credit card. This purchase isn't a celebration of success, it's a costume for success that hasn't arrived. If you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't actually afford it. If a single purchase represents 2 or 3 months of income, that's not wealth. That's living dangerously above your means. I've seen people finance designer purchases, paying interest on a handbag. The item depreciates while the debt accumulates. People with actual wealth rarely make purchases that jeopardize their financial foundation. Sign 4. The constant one-upper. Whatever you've done, they've done something better. You get a promotion, they got a bigger one. You went on a nice vacation, they spent 2 weeks in the south of France flying business class. At a dinner party, if someone shares they just closed on their first home, the one-upper jumps in to say they should have waited for a bigger place because anything smaller doesn't appreciate as well. This behavior comes from insecurity. Someone genuinely successful can celebrate your wins without feeling threatened. Fake wealth requires constant comparison and conquest. Sign 5. Social media performance. The curated feed of luxury experiences designed to project wealth. If someone's money is real, they don't need to document every moment for strangers. For the fake rich, the experience isn't complete until it's posted. Social media rewards showing off more than showing discipline. A $1,000 mall haul video outperforms a video about adding $1,000 to an emergency fund. This creates a perverse incentive to perform prosperity while building nothing. They are buying the appearance of influence to support the appearance of wealth. Sign 6. Leasing luxury cars. When you lease, you're paying for the steepest depreciation years and then giving the car back. You're essentially financing the difference between the purchase price and the residual value plus interest and fees. This cycle of lease-return leads to perpetual payments with zero equity. Leasing is one of the most expensive ways to have a car over a lifetime, but it lets people afford the monthly payment on vehicles they couldn't actually purchase. The person driving the leased luxury sedan looks successful, but they are building zero equity and locking themselves into perpetual payments. Sign 7. Counterfeit goods. If someone is carrying fake designer items, they're literally advertising that they're pretending to be something they're not. People who know luxury goods can spot counterfeits. The stitching and hardware scream imitation. Counterfeit goods aren't even that cheap. A decent knockoff might cost $200 or $300. For that same money, you could buy a genuinely well-made bag from a brand that isn't pretending. The fake rich care about the perception of the logo, not quality. Sign 8. Constantly promoting get-rich-quick opportunities. These are the slightly faster than normal schemes like Forex, drop shipping, or multi-level marketing. The fake rich love talking about these because they operate in the future tense. They discuss what they're about to build to justify a current lack of results. Real wealth is built slowly and boringly over years or decades. Sign 9. Condescending money advice. This person actively criticizes your financial decisions to justify their own. If you're happy with a reliable used car, they question why you haven't financed something newer. They need you to make the same choices to feel good about their own because they aren't sure they were right. Sign 10. Overdoing it. Too many logos, too much jewelry, and too strong cologne. It's a walking advertisement for luxury brands. Everything screams money, nothing whispers it. Contrast this with actual billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg or Warren Buffett, who often dress modestly and have nothing to prove. The fake rich feel they have everything to prove, so every accessory becomes evidence. When every item is designed to signal wealth, that signal becomes noise and reads as desperate. Real wealth is about the freedom to make choices without financial pressure and the security of quiet compound growth. Fake wealth is a performance that gets more expensive over time, requiring more money for an image while nothing flows toward building substance. The Investrovia goal isn't to look rich. The goal is actually to be rich. One path is expensive and leads nowhere. The other builds quietly until you realize you have options most people only pretend to have. Choose carefully.